Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
This really cute guy gets in line behind me, and I think to myself, now is your moment. It's time to ask for a guy's number. You got this. You can do it. I, of course, said nothing to him. Why is it so easy for me to talk to someone I'm not attracted to? But when it comes to a cute guy, I have no idea how to approach him. I don't overthink it when I'm not attracted to them. So when I left, I was kicking myself, and I thought to myself, you know what, next time, let's be easier on yourself. Instead of making yourself ask for his number, just find something to compliment. Like say, I like your shoes. So the next time that I run into a hot guy, I'm just gonna tell him that I like his shoes.
Yeah, you won't. The compliment or saying hello or asking for his number is not a problem. The fear of being rejected is the problem. There is no fear of rejection when you're talking to the guys you're not attracted to. It's easier to talk to them because that's more of a friendly conversation.
I literally cannot stress this enough. And I don't know if this is like a canon event for women when they turn like 25 and like our frontal lobe develops properly. But the best thing I ever did in my entire life, in my entire 29 years of being on this godforsaken planet, is de-center men from my life. Okay, I'm going to say it again. The best thing, far and away, I've ever done in my entire life, right, is de-center men from it. Okay? The second best thing I ever did is probably
I can't even pretend to care. It's always the ones with the word mom in their account name acting like they're decentering men from their lives. What stopped you from doing it before? Oh, the poor old excuse. Your frontal lobe wasn't developed yet. What I find the sad part in this story is that she's trying to act like she's still 25.
I cut a guy off once because within the first month of us talking, he didn't give me a single compliment on my abs. And like, it was so much more deep than like, you didn't compliment my abs. Like, it was like, you're clearly so insecure, bruh. How are you gonna sit here and not say a word about my literal six pack? Not even just that, like, no compliments in general. And it's so funny because insecure boys will do that when they pull a bad bitch and then they're just confused how they pulled the baddie. So they're like, let me make sure she's insecure as hell. So I'm never gonna give her a compliment and I'm gonna drag her down to my level. It's seriously so embarrassing and they make it so obvious they're insecure with themselves when they do that. Like, how are you gonna have a baddie and you don't even like give her a single comment throughout the day? Okay, you're weird. Happy Pride Month. Like, what? Like, the way this person made me question myself, I was like, am I ugly? Am I like not that big? Like, what's going on? Because the no compliments, like every day of my life, I was just like, wow.
Wow, indeed. No compliments every day of your life. I get that compliments are important. It will make you feel better about yourself. But every day of your life, regardless how his day was going, you expected your compliment daily. Can you make it more obvious you have nothing else to offer outside your looks? And not just that, but you care about nothing except your looks. You only feel attracted if you're receiving compliments, and yet here you are talking about his insecurities? Come on now.
So I'm trying to hire a social media and influencer manager to work under me for Prime Bites. I thought I was gonna just put an application out, like they were gonna come in, they were all gonna be great, I'd have to choose. No. This is genuinely a job that I just think is so perfect for someone who's out of college. It's so fun, it's so creative, you have so much creative freedom. Literally gonna work under me, I'm 23 years old. Like, it would just be such a good job. Like, honestly, such a good opportunity. Tell me why. I literally just put 2 prompts in the application. It was clearly stated if you didn't fill them out, you weren't gonna be considered. 1, just send a link to any content you've done. Could be personal, could be a brand, I don't care. I just wanna know that you know TikTok, you get it. 2, a very short description of why you think you'd be a good fit. Tell me why 90% of the applicants didn't even fill it out. I feel like I sound like a millennial that's like, oh, Gen Z is lazy, Gen Z doesn't want to work. No, I know that Gen Z is willing to work at a job that is actually fun, actually creative, does not like suck their soul. These applications that I'm seeing, it's just not adding up because everyone is looking for a damn job on this app. I don't know what to do.
Do the job yourself until you grow enough for people to take you seriously. You have 25,000 followers on TikTok. Most likely people were looking at that and they were laughing. You can't try to pretend you're this huge influencer and you can afford to pay people to work for you, but the numbers kind of contradict that theory.
Things I wish I knew in my 20s about men from a 34-year-old. If you're seeing the word busy a lot in his text, so sorry I was really busy at work, sorry I can't, I'm really busy this weekend, run. The idea that a man can be too busy to see a woman is a sad, sorry lie. Have you met a man? Funny men marry unfunny women. Men don't want to come home and see you sat in the same spot you were when they left for work, which is why I've been single for 15 years. Men don't care if you have acne. The most hot and poppin' period of my life for male attention was when I had severe acne, but my glass skin era, not a sausage. If you post mirror selfies, something ain't right, sis.
In reality, what happened from the times you were 20 to this day is the rise of TikTok and the rise of these so-called experts on men like yourself. I don't even know what your acne had to do with anything, but sure, acting busy and being busy are two different things, yes. But when your answer to both is run, I can understand why there's no sausage in your life.
What's the worst date you've ever been on?
In a former life, I was a bartender. Pulling guys for dates is like the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So one week I'm working. I think this guy's really cute. We're chatting a bunch. So he leaves his number on the receipt. So I end up texting him and we go out. I had a great time. Thought everything went super well, but he never texted back.
Yeah.
Next week, same thing happens. Meet a guy at the bar. We're chatting. He's not as cute as the first guy. We still aren't going to say no to anyone just based on looks because he could have been like the love of my life. We go out and I go to this bar that I know the owner at. Grab a couple drinks. We're having a good time. Conversation isn't like flowing as much as with the first guy, but like we're still enjoying ourselves. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the first guy walk right by with a friend. He like turns around and I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, he laughs, and then he turns to his friend, they whisper to each other. So I'm like, oh my God, I need to get out of this. Like, how do I stop this date from happening anymore? So I go inside and I know the owner there. So I'm like, hey, you won't believe what just happened. I tell him everything. He's like, okay, girl, you need a drink. Takes 2 shots of Jameson, puts them on the bar. And I'm like, all right, 1, 2, we're good. I get back outside and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so much more drunk than I thought I was. 20 minutes later and I'm like telling this one guy, I'm like, oh my God, so sorry. My roommate's having problems at home. Like I have to get back and help her. And he's like, no worries. Like so sweet. Couldn't have been a nicer guy about it. Then I end up getting home and drunk texting the first guy that I went out with. And that's where I'm the problem. I do that, meet up with him and his friend at a bar that night. I sit down at the table and his friend goes, so how was your date earlier? And the guy that I'm sitting next to, that I'd gone out with a week prior, was like, yeah, how was that?
Did you ever talk to him again?
Talk, no, but guess who had their company happy hour at the bar I bartended at about a year later?
Oh no, the audacity of men, right? No wonder they're choosing the bear over a man, because most of the times they don't even understand the question. The question, princess, was what was the worst date you've been on? Not how bad you made it for the guy that took you on a date.
Let's say your man wanted you to change outfits because he thought your dress too revealing.
No. That sounds like he's insecure, not me. That sounds like a personal problem.
Your man should be hyping you up no matter what you're wearing.
And he should be like, look who's on my arm and who you wish you could be with, not cover up. No. He should be loud and proud, baby. That's it.
Okay, is it a little bit controlling if he does that?
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, some controlling's kind of hot. But
not with that.
A little bit.
Not with that.
Like in what instance?
You know.
A little chokehold?
You know. You know.
All right, last question, I promise. Last question. And this stumped a lot of people. Why is a father considered to be a good father if he wants his daughter to dress modestly, but a boyfriend's considered controlling if he wants the same for his girlfriend?
That's a great question. I mean, honestly, I have daddy issues. You're wrong.
Wrong girl.
She doesn't. What do you got to say about it? I have daddy issues. I have no problem.
Protect me from all the mean men out there. He knows, and he's just trying to protect me.
Wait, so then what's the difference between a controlling boyfriend then?
There is no difference. They both have your best interest at heart and they both care about how you're perceived by others. But the one in the middle actually nailed it. It's daddy issues. It's the lack of a father or a strong father figure in her life.
Some of my guy friends gave me permission to make a Hinge account for him because I was telling him how easy dating is with dating apps. And he was telling me that it's incredibly difficult. And I was like, Pete, you must be doing something wrong. And he gave me permission to create an account for him and just run the account. I've been a virtual boy for 3 days and I've never felt this bad about myself. I feel like a freaking loser trying to get these girls to like me. And I'm starting to hate women. Pete's about a 6. But I'm so desperate, I'm liking the 2s and the 3s. And even they won't like me back, Pete, which is a 6. So what level of delusion has entered women's heads? Like, what is going on? It is so difficult dating as a boy. I hate it. I'm on day 3 of being a boy, and I hate women, and I'm more depressed than ever.
That's because in the end you're still a woman. You've only experiencing being a man for 3 days and you're still looking at things from a woman's perspective. For a man, being rejected is a part of the process. That's part of the reason why we can go on with our entire life without hating anyone because we got rejected. The most interesting part is after posting this video she had to make her account private. If I was to guess, it's because of all the love she got from the other women on TikTok just for posting this video.
Something's fundamentally broken with German men, and maybe this applies to other countries too, but this is my country, and from comparing it with traveling to other countries and speaking German as my native language and understanding everything, reading energy as well, I can testify here, okay? So girls, German men are literally the worst they think, women have to provide for them in a sense that they miss this motherly, really wholesome, dark, nurturing female energy, and they also think women exist for their entertainment. This never happened to me in Arab countries, by the way.
Yeah, in which one? Why not give us an example? Name one. In which one of those countries would you be more safe and protected than in Germany? Name one, especially when going by this other video of yours.
I'm sorry, not everybody fits in the bad bitch genre.
What's the most expensive thing you bought for your kitchen that doesn't work?
Alright, and this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.